At the job, yes.
I like the thing that's posted on our site because I want to do some off the wall shit too. The white dude who's just like, I'm 60 something, but I identify as a 42-year-old.
That shit is brilliant, though.
No, that's on the next episode because I got a lot of shit I want to identify as.
And you better fucking treat me as such, or I'm gonna fucking raise this.
That nigga said
Tune in next
the
week.
king is a Zamunda, a sex symbol, all that shit.
Tune in next week because I got a lot of shit I want to identify as. Goddammit. I'm glad you went there. I texted that. I said we got an episode about when we identify.
It was funny because you texted me that, and I was looking at the IG, and I had a moment where I was just like, and then like all this shit ran through my head. Like, what do I identify with? I'm a shark. I'm a wrestler. I am Macho Man Randy Savage.
Bro, I got one question about dude. Dude,
fuck that.
How old is he? 69.
60 something.
69.
And I identify as a
49.
49, yeah.
What the fuck happened to lying? Lie, bitches.
You know what happened to lying? Your fucking president happened to lying.
How?
He made lying mainstream.
Right.
And what makes it so bad is that people know he's lying, but it's down to the fact now, prove I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying.
But that's what I'm saying. If he think you're 49-year-old in the face, which is what he was saying, make your Tinder profile say you 49. 49 slanging dick, no pills.
He said that shit need to be legal. He said he got to legalize that
You know
shit.
what? The one thing about him I don't understand is like, look, motherfucker, baseball players been doing that shit for years.
Dominican baseball
Cost you a couple $100, you 49 then.
Sounds
Okay.
right.
Danny Almonte.
Yeah, like, fuck it. Albert Pujols, motherfucker, whatever. A couple $100.
Hey, don't speak on the guy Albert.
But the other thing I wanted to, we talking about old 4 or 5.
Fucking man is brother.
But wait, did you see the white dude that identified as African to get the grant?
No, but it also makes me think about the white chick who's just like, I'm black.
Dude, Rachel Doza. But
Yeah.
she lived it. That bitch was an NCAA.
NCAA, NAACP.
Horrible black people right now. We all right.
That bitch played for Duke, nigga. She on the bench behind Cam Reddish and Zion. She on the NCAA team.
NWA, WWE.
Look, no.
Bitch, she was playing.
She lived it, and let's keep it funky. Was she not a half bad looking like mixed person, supposed to be mixed person?
That bitch passed to
She
me.
passed. Like, I mean, I looked at her, I've been like, somebody.
I'm fucked. She had the little spray tan.
With the little braided hairstyle and shit. I'm like, hey, I mean.
That bitch spent 6 hours at the beauty salon like everybody
every
else.
black woman.
So she get a pass. She ain't who I'm worried about.
Exactly.
I'm worried about. Dude said he identifies as South African, and he got a $500,000 grant for some shit. Now, granted, I need to reach out.
He white in South Africa.
But he ain't even South African.
Well, I get that.
He identified.
Why? Because he hate niggas. I mean, what is the basis for identification? Like, I mean,
He can spell apartheid. I don't know.
We're going to have to talk about it like next week is identify. But the shit that got me, 4-5 does some off the wall shit. I don't know why this little thing really irks me. Was this thing where he was going off on that CNN reporter who was asking him some legitimate questions, and his response, "You're a horrible person."
Yeah, Acosta.
What? How else do you deflect bullshit?
Exactly. That's how
You make it about
it's a distraction, like you was talking about earlier.
It's a distraction, and white America, what kills me about y'all, I'm not even going to say white Americans, I know some black folks, fuck them, who like 4-5. And this is what I got to say about that. All the nigga shit they thought Obama was going to do,
He's doing
4-5 does the nigga shit.
He does it,
but he's doing it times 10.
Right.
Oh, he's nigga off the chain, off the, like, wow,
Yeah.
you are fucked. Oh, my God.
He's a white trash dream.
But you know what's fucked up, too, though?
This is why they love him so much.
You know what confuses me about him? I guess we're seeing the real him, and I was talking to my mom about it, and she's just like, nah, fuck him. I didn't like him since the whole thing with the 5 kids in Central Park. My mom's like, I've hated him since. Because what year was that?
84?
It was a long time.
So my mom was like, we were talking about it today. She's like, no, I've hated Donald Trump 4-5 since 84.
Yeah.
And what I was saying was like, shit, back 96 through the fucking reality show, like, black people rocked with Donald Trump.
Yeah, I mean, the whole rich thing, they did. I mean, rappers.
No, the rappers rocked with Donald Trump. Yes,
I saw some
they
shit
did.
recently
Yes,
about
they
the list
did.
of times he's been mentioned in rappers.
He was the number one. Yeah, he was.
But that's because everyone believed that he was really as rich as he said he was.
Exactly. It was
But up
1980.
into-
Central Park 5 was 1989.
89. I'm gonna say I wasn't that young when it happened. So yeah, I was 10 years old. So, but yeah, I mean, people have rocked with Donald Trump simply because they thought he was as rich as he was. And I think even before, slightly before, when The Apprentice was done, is when people realized that Donald Trump is really fucking broke. He don't really have anything. Because that's when it was kind of put out there that nobody really paid attention to, that all these properties that's got Donald Trump's name on it, they're not his properties. They're just people who are giving him a little money to put his name on it to perpetuate this, he's
Image.
a billionaire.
But it goes back to what we started with. You should have now. You can't pull the curtain over people's head because the information is out there.
Yeah.
So for you to still believe a narrative that doesn't really exist, like all black people steal, or black people are stupid, or black people are inferior, or
We the biggest dicks.
that was true. But for people to believe shit that is so old or taboo or mythical, it doesn't make sense. So I don't know how anybody,
It's because you're willfully ignorant at that point. You want to be ignorant. But you see that in the voting.
yeah.
Why would
white women vote for?
White women are the biggest problem. I'm gonna offend some more people.
I love Louise.
I mean, I like white women, but
How did you come over here as the offender?
I'm just saying, like,
Especially when he takes his glasses
This
off, you
is
know he's something different.
ridiculous. Like, white women, historically, if you look at it, even going back, like, I don't know how many people listen to Rachel Maddow's current podcast, Bagman, where she going back through the Nixon administration, and nobody ever talks about Spiro Agnew as vice president. That nigga was for real. He was Trump on steroids. Like, what's crazy thinking about Trump right now, this nigga was like, he was out of control. He was taking fucking bribes as the vice president. People was coming in giving him envelopes of money, and he was like, all right, I'm gonna make a phone call and get that for you, whatever else. He was out of fucking control. He was OC, and he got wrapped up because he got nervous. So some shit he was from Maryland, some shit was going on, and he was like, what's going on with that investigation over there? They had no idea that he was even wrapped up in it and stuff they was investigating, and so he started asking questions about it. And since then, his biggest supporters back then, when they had all that information, all that evidence against him, the nigga went to a Republicans women's convention, and they was all for him. They loved him. Was chastising people, attacking people, and everything for him. White women have been the tool of the Republican Party since then, before then, up until now. Because who's still the biggest supporters of Donald Trump?
I'm confused. Any
I don't know how they-
woman is with Donald Trump with 4 or 5.
But I don't know how they didn't vote out Buddy in Texas,
Cruz, yeah.
because Beto
Much
makes
better candidate.
way more sense than anybody out here. I couldn't imagine. I could see him running for president and winning based off some of these speeches he's been giving, because he just makes sense. But he lost to white women,
He did.
76%.
He did. And it's about money. Our entire political system is about money. All that oil money and old money that's in Texas. They go to Cruz, they sit down, they look, you in trouble. You need this money right now. You need this check that I haven't written that I can write, but I need X, Y, and Z in return. And he has no choice but to agree to it. So our politics is dominated by money.
All right, last question. Biggest threat to society: white women or white males shooting up shit?
White women.
White women, because half of them you want to get pregnant, the other half you want to throw them off. You want to just throw the whole rest of them away.
There's been 307 mass shootings in the U.S. in 311 days.
And the response to this last shooting in California here, which was scary as fuck, because Thousand Oaks was one of the subdivisions or suburbs I was looking to move the family to. Look at the reaction to it. Like, people
There
was
is
like,
no.
"Eh."
There is no reaction.
Like, oh, another one. Oh, okay.
The last reaction we had was Vegas. And
what's
that lasted
crazy
for
is
2 days.
some of the people who was in the bar here was at fucking Vegas.
Oh my god.
That was some
yeah,
Final
that's
Destination
fucking-
shit.
Like, you really have to feel like death is following you for some shit like that.
Now, was that even the last reaction, or was the last reaction the gay club? Because
Gay club.
The gay
because
club.
gay club is popping down.
Yeah. I don't know, man. And it's like, you wonder how they pick these targets, man. Like, how do they pick?
Can we talk about the fact that all these mass shooters are white men?
Let's talk about it.
That's why I just asked.
And the fact that they won't just call them what they are. Like, we finally got, after the pipe bomber, we finally got them to say domestic terrorism. They finally said it.
Why don't we even talk about the crazy dude who said it fucking bombed?
That's what I'm saying, the pipe bomber.
Like, what the
But they tried to spend 2 days convincing people that he was Native American simply because he put that shit to confuse people. But he's white as fuck with a Filipino daddy. So it's like, no, this nigga is a homegrown white terrorist.
Did they kill this last dude?
They don't ever kill white fucking terrorists. I think he killed himself. A white shooter will always be
Walk out.
taken into custody.
With
And
Burger
what?
King.
Taken into custody.
And then, like, you don't hear anything about it. You know the one that really fucking irks the shit out of me? Because, it's like, you're talking about the Oaks place, the place you were talking about moving to. The Batman shooter fucks me up because me and the wife have gone to that movie theater in Colorado.
Oh, yeah.
So it's weird, like, I've been there. And you're telling me this dude shoots up people in a Batman movie, and that was big news. He ain't dead. He's just sitting in the fucking cell.
None of them are dead.
But that's what fucks me up. Like,
Unless they kill themselves.
I am all
Well,
for
they think-
not just capital punishment. I'm all for, like, we know you did it.
There's no trial
There's no trial. Like, let's just finish. Let's just
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
There's no let's psycho evaluate them.
I don't need to.
But the problem is, and I hate to be
No, you
The other
that
side.
you that nigga tonight.
Take the glasses off.
No, I hate to be on the other side of that because I agree. You didn't did your shit. There's no reason for us to talk about it. Let's get right to the punishment. The problem is the way law and government works is precedent. So if you go, let's take this guy, the terrorist, the white domestic terrorist in California here recently. They skip his trial and go directly to punishment. You then will have 1,000 young black men who slung a rock, looked at a white woman wrong, or shoplifted, immediately persecuted and sent to the death penalty and skip trial. That's the sad thing about. I mean, it's the gift and the curse of our form.
You're talking about like you're opening Pandora's box to everything.
Right. Which is the catch-22 that the Democrats find themselves in, because everybody knows the Democrats are soft. They won't play like the Republicans will. The Republicans will tell you, fuck you, suck my dick from the back, do something about it.
Brown.
Yeah, there you go.
Democrats won't do that when they're in the position to do that, and that's because they always want to count on the fact that there's going to be some precedent down the line, which is what's going to come back and bite the Republicans here to kind of shift the topic. In January, or back in the Obama administration, the Republicans passed a law that the House can ratify something without the approval of of people outside of a party, outside of a majority party. So at the time, they had the majority party that worked out great for them. They shitted on as much as they could for Obama or whatever else, and it worked out great. Well, now guess what? The Democrats own the House. So in January, the Democrats will be able to use that same law against they dumbasses. And that's what it means when it comes to precedent like that. When you start doing stuff like that, it's good for that moment, but you end up setting it up to where you're going to probably end up regretting that shit later on down the road.
Buddy from Wisconsin passed a law.
He sure did. About
where
the
you
recount.
Recount.
Yeah.
And he can't use it because
can't
he
use
just
it.
lost.
Yep. And that's the type of fuck shit that you do when that's just karma. That karma's undefeated.
I was an educated voter this time, okay?
But you didn't fucking vote.
I couldn't leave the house.
What I'm also gathering from all this is, since we don't want to open Pandora's box on the immediate capital punishment, what I'm getting from this is we need to pool our finances together. I need to be a vigilante fucking hero.
Now this nigga want to be Batman. We got Deadpool in the house, ladies and gentlemen. What the fuck?
No, listen. I'll do the dirty work that people don't want to do. Y'all finance it. Give me a badass suit. I'll design the suit. Y'all just fucking try it. Yeah. and y'all just send me in, and I'll handle this shit.
Shout out to my new best friend because he calls me Slim.